And welcome back to the Rising Stars Virtual Cup on UR2D. I'm your host, Game Mongoose. We are going to do our second two races today, Valencia and Zandvoort. Right now, in the lead is Pamushis with a first place and a second place. It's going to be very difficult to overcome. Fox close behind. How many tokens have these drivers spent? It will remain a mystery until the end of the race. Odd Koopa and Amoir have not finished very extremely highly, so maybe they still have some in the bank. It is going to be a wild sprint to see who wins that bonus skill point to use in the second half of the season. And a fun little mystery to solve in the constructors standings. BFZ way out in the lead, just crushing it. Who's going to catch them? That 10-point bonus is looking pretty tasty for BFZ right now. But second place gets a 5-point bonus as well. A quick look at our cars before we go back in. A reminder of the setups that the drivers invested in at the beginning of the competition. We have very good cars yet to take in any points. FUR, POL, SCR, FFR all down at the bottom. TRS still with lots of points to spend, assumably. Let's see how it plays out. Apple Amazing looking good, coming into the final lap there with a lead on Kamikaze, Enigma, and Suacid. Aria Kamona putting in tokens too, it seems. SCR going for a big one here. Julo, still no points, down in 13th right now on the grid. Wonder what FUR is up to. Kamikaze is going for a big one. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Kami takes pole, and Apple Amazing will join him on the front row. Suacid and Enigma in 3rd and 4th. Aria and Toad in 5th and 6th. Vaporeon up there for Fast Racing. Finally, a better start for them as well. We have in 8th place Butterlord for Pappy Pops. Celeste Lucier in 9th. And Tafole in 10th. On the bottom half of the pack today will be Mascabrivis starting out for Flying Fox Racing. Very popular spot for him this tournament. Right there in the middle. Julo, Hyperion, Abver, Oddkuka, Amoir, Fox, Kato, Pamushis, and Senior Pappy. It's a home race pull for Kamikaze. Will we have a home race win? Here we go in Valencia. Apple Amazing down the inside sends it to get the lead right off the start. Can he hold it? Kamikaze pushes back, looking outside, right up against the wall, and it looks like he's going to hold it. Apple Amazing's got the inside to the chicane, and he's got it. Apple Amazing is your leader. Suacid catching Kamikaze as well. Enigma, Carmona, Toad, and then side by side, we've got Mascabrivis, or Butterlord. And it looks like Enigma is looking to get into the mix too as Kamikaze goes barreling down the order into 4th place now. What a horrible start for the Spaniard. He's trying to get it back from Enigma. And Suacid is miles behind Apple Amazing already. Way out in front is Apple Amazing. Really needing some redemption for POL. They are way behind in the standings here. Only 2 points between the two of them. That coming from Kato, who's down in last place, mind you, in this race, fighting with Senior Pappy for Pappy Pops. Kamikaze settles in, looks for a slipstream pass outside in the chicane on Enigma. Really good move. Alright, he's got some momentum now. I think if he can work on this, he can bring it back up and pursue now Suacid, who's in second. Enigma way outside, takes a bad dip, allows Mascabrivis to get it by him up into 4th place. Carmona by him, Butterlord by him, and trying to get back in to the mix and make up some of those lost places. Really just had to bail out there. Really dangerous place, but that's what the runoff is for. So safely still racing. Mascabrivis working by Butterlord. Butterlord takes a bit of the wall too. Almost a similar situation as Nimia had the last lap. We have Kamikaze making his way up close to Suacid now, looking for the pass. He's on a better tire. Those mediums are working well for him, and look at that straight line speed from the Forza Roja. Just no way to compete. This does have this track a few nice straight sections for high speed to excel. A lot of these tracks in this cup not favoring the speed as it's overvalued in some situations, so really putting a test to try some different patterns for building the car. But in classic Forza Roja fashion, Kamikaze goes all speed. He had the top car in the league, 40 points to build, the only car that could get 5 speed. All 40 tokens must be spent to get 5 speed, and he did it. So he's coming in with 7 speed and 2 of everything else. The fastest car on the grid. Will they be able to get some wins, turn things around here? They can be fierce competitors if they can perform well in these last two races. Apple Amazing's gap now down to 0.6, and Kamikaze has him in his sights. Apple Amazing's tires are starting to wear. The softs, 9 to 14 laps, they're rated to. So he's going to go at least one more here, you can expect. But Kamikaze might be able to get a pass in before he's able to get into the pits, completely ruining the softs. Aria Carmona looks at a nice inside pass on Mosca Brevis and takes the outside track to complete the pass in the 9th lap here. SCR really needs to get things going. They're looking good for a 1-2 punch here, currently sitting 3rd and 5th. 2 abreast of Kato for that pass there. Kamikaze going by Apple Amazing. Of course, we suspected that would happen as Apple pulls into the pits. Kami now working through some lap traffic. Apple Amazing took the easy route and went into the pits before he got into the lap traffic. He'll have some cleaner air, but he might be battling with some faster cars when he comes back out on the track. He's in 7th right now, onto the hard tire. Enigma, Toad Speed, Apple Amazing. Apple Amazing's into the wall. Apple Amazing's into the wall. There's been an accident. He's stuck on the back straight. What has happened? He's spun his car. Is he able to continue the race? Is there damage on the vehicle? It does look like he might be DNF if he can't get that car running. What has happened? He just took an undercut. And he's back. He's back going. He lets Toad and Enigma go. And he's going to be resuming the race in dead last. Oh my god. What a tragedy for Apple Amazing. The driver from POL Orland, who needed those desperate points, is not going to get them this way. Way down to the grid. They are currently in 9th place there. Tragedy, Apple Amazing and Kato both in 19th and 20th. Apple Amazing is going to have a lot of work to do. He has half the race gone. Kamikaze leads now with Suwasid close behind and trying to eliminate that gap, and he's got it. I think he's got the gap eliminated. He can get into slipstream. Yes, he's got to be in range. We'll see how he takes this corner. Oh, Kamikaze goes a little bit wide. Suwasid's going to go wide around the outside. He's pushing. He's pushing. No, can't do it. Julo gets in the way, and he has to fall out. Julo sitting in 14th, really disappointed with his standings right now, but he's going to help out his teammate the best they can and see if they can get something going. Not teammates in the regular season, of course. Julo races for Porsche in SLV, but right now the team spirit has gotten the best of these drivers, and they are working together for that cup. Butterlord sitting in 5th place, breaking away from Toad Speed. He's got a good pace there, and he's just come out ahead of Kamikaze, who's taken a pit stop off the softs, or off the mediums, into 4th place. But he is your net leader. Butterlord will still have to come in ahead of Kamikaze. It is going to be a race between Butterlord and Kamikaze once Butterlord gets off of his hard stint. Unless he's taking that right to the end, he may be. We may have seen the only pit stop from Butterlord. Butterlord may be your net leader after all. Suwasid trying to get by some traffic. His teammate Carmona. They're sitting in 1st and 2nd right now. Still need to pit off their first stint of hards. They'll probably be going on to the softs. The sooner the better, so they can start catching up to these drivers who are going to pass them in the pits, Kami and Butterlord, and start the SCR pursuit. They have eyes on a podium, but they want to. SCR would be in really great shape if they were able to pull this off here. Suwasid keeping his distance from that lap traffic. Apple Amazing has worked his way up into 14th spot, 7 to go. So if he could get 6 more positions, he'd be in 8th at least and salvage something. But an absolute tragedy for the Orland driver. Rito has got to be hitting himself right now. In 2nd place in the CLV to Pappy Pops, and really given them no competition whatsoever. Kind of an embarrassing showing, having BFZ and FFX beating them outright, the 2 JLV promotion teams from last season. They're having great results, especially BFZ. Kamikaze working through the lap traffic. His teammate Julo once again a look at our standings here. Pamushis, Fox, Koopa, Amor, Abver, all getting no points right now. Butterlord looks to be fighting for the win. He's going to be challenging for that top spot after this race is over himself. And Kamikaze are the top candidates to take the win today. Mosca Brevis doing fantastic in the FFX, but we'll have to pit for those softs or ride them really, really hard to the end. It is sometimes possible for the AI to take a pit stop with just 2 or 3 laps to go, but he doesn't. So Mosca Brevis is really going to be dropping pace, but we'll see if he can hold on. It's an FFX podium, it looks like right now. A double Canadian podium, possibly, as Butterlord moves into the lead with just 2 laps remaining. Here we go. Kamikaze's softs are really starting to die out. Butterlord may have made the right call. Apple Amazing and himself, the only ones taking the hards to the end, and it's going great. Mosca Brevis side by side with Suwasid for the last podium's position, getting past. So we have an SCR podium right now. Arya is in pursuit for 4th place as well. Here comes Kamikaze in through the last chicane section and final turn. Before the last lap, he's fallen way off the pace. Those tires are dying quick, and if he doesn't look out, Suwasid will be chasing him down too. Carmona weaving by Mosca Brevis in there for 4th place. Mosca pushed down to 5th, and he's got no chance now at the podium. It's an SCR 3-4 unless Kami really, really dies down. But no, it's not going to be enough. I think he's going to be fine. Butterlord wins the Spanish leg of the Cup. And Suwasid runs it in, almost catching Kamikaze for a good, well-deserved 3rd place. And a 3-4 for Scuderia Carmona. Excellent work for Forza Roja to get on the board. Julo just falling short, however, in 11th position. So it's Mosca for Flying Fox in your top 5. Toad Speed and Celeste sandwiching Enigma in there for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Abver and, of course, Apple Amazing not in 10th. That is a glitch. The 10th position will actually go to Vaporeon and the extra point. Julo in 11th, Hyperion in 12th, Tafole in 13th, Apple Amazing in 14th, and then we have Amor, Pamushis, Koopa, Fox, Pappy, and Kato. Coming up, Pointless. It's now time to take a look at our standings. What we have in store for the finals. With those 25 points in the win, Butterlord projects himself up into P2 with 2 points to go to catch Pamushis. These are the only 2 drivers above 30 points right now. It's going to take a win and then some for some other drivers. P-Muse permutations to catch him. Brought to you by Swedish Things. Fox needs a 2nd place to get the win. Butterlord must finish ahead of Pamushis in the points by 2 or more. Odd Koopa must take a win. Abver must take a win. Amoir must take a win. For Kamikaze, a win will not be enough. He must also get a fast lap. Those are your permutations to catch Pamushis. Your team permutations. Pappy Pop sitting 14 points back. We do not know how many tokens these teams have left. Flying Fox can do it. Scuderia, very, very outside chance. It's game on. Time to head to Zandvoort for the finale. Before we get to our final, we have a special announcement about some changes coming to CLV next season.
The Challenger League is about to change. Prepare yourself next season for CLV.
Well, that was cool, and we learned nothing. On to the final race. Well, it's a wet qualifying, and it's the last qualifying, so we're going to watch the entirety of it. The track is drying, everyone is on inters. It may be a one-shot quali. If anyone pits onto the softs, they might have a chance at the 3rd lap if the track dries in time. We'll have to see. Kato looking really good out here, out front, really needing to pour it on. You gotta expect that POL and Forza Roja still got some points left in the bank. They need to go for broke to have a chance here. I think Julo and Kamikaze need to both take max points as they can. They still have a chance to catch BFZ. So Julo takes the pole right now. All right, and as the track dries, that's going to be it. So what a shame Kato can't get another chance to take a shot at Julo. It's going to be a one shot as the inters will be too worn down and the drivers obviously cannot pit now. They would ruin both of their laps. So Julo is going to start on pole. For Forza Roja, puts him in a really good chance with Kamikaze. Oh my god, it's going to rain again. It's going to rain again. They're going to have another chance. If the rain kicks in by the time this lap starts, the inters will be viable again. And they'll have another shot. Alright, it is raining. As soon as they cross the finish line, the rain is on. This could be the most intense qualifying you've ever seen. Kato's got an outside chance to catch Julo. Celeste Lucier just about 3/10 behind Kato as well. We'll see if she's going to have a shot. Really would love to help out TRS, who's struggling for points in this Constructors so far. But Kato is the one who's got to get it going. Julo will have to defend. All eyes on the POL as he comes around the last turn in Zandvoort. What a crazy... Oh, he's got it! He's got it! 35.05. Takes it over Julo on the final phantom rain that came. What a banger of a quali that was to finish off this tournament. Julo in second. Amazing in third. We got a 1-3 start for the Polish Orlans. How about that? We've got Celeste starting in fourth for Toad and Kamikaze in Forza Roja in fifth place. They're going all out here. Fox with that outside chance to win the Drivers' Championship, like we said, starting in seventh. Suacid in sixth for SCR. Rick Ware's Odd Koopa in eighth. Hyperion ninth. Senior Pappy in 10th. For some support. It's going to be tough, but he's got to go. It's got to be Senior Pappy. It's got to be Fox if those Canadians want to sniff at the title. Vaporeon in 11th. Mosca 13th. Toad, Abver, Carmona, Enigma, Amwar, Pamushis, and Butterlord in last. So that answers that question. Pamushis spent it all in the first two races. He's fresh out. It means the door is open for the Rising Stars Cup. And here we are, lights out for the finale, the Rising Stars Cup. It is all on the line in Zandvoort. Kato out to the lead. Amazing jockeying with Kamikaze for position in the top 5, and Fox sliding by Odd Koopa as well. Julo getting passed by Celeste around the outside. What a great move from the TRS. Looking at the pass on Kato as well now. Can she go outside? Not quite. Julo gets back into second just momentarily as Celeste is still trying to find a spot to make that pass. Senior Pappy doing the same deciding on Kamikaze there for fourth place. Odd Koopa and Suacid in a pair of their own as Fox passes Amazing, and we are 2 laps. Now, on to our second lap rather. In the final, there are some permutations here for a couple teams to take the title. Celeste needs a win and some support from Toad to get TRS into the talks for Constructor Champion. Those bonus 5 and 10 point upgrades up for grabs here. Right now, BFZ has them. Pappy Pops has hold of second place for the 5% increase, and the Drivers' Championship as well. Right now, Pamushis very comfortable, not in the points for this race. However, as Julo extends the lead over Kato, there's not many others who can catch him. Celeste has fallen a bit off the pack now. Suacid is looking at getting in that top podium spot for himself. Senior Pappy and Fox now battling a little further back. Pappy dropped off the pace a little bit, so his hopes for the driver's title are fading with every position that he drops. Butterlord, rather, being the better driver of the two this tournament. Butterlord all the way down in 15th. Won't be collecting any more points either at that rate. It is definitely wide open. Kamikaze closing in on Celeste. Needing to get into that third spot to make the FUR Constructors fight happen. And Odd Koopa really would love a a few good points with Toffoli. They even have an outside chance of the constructors if they both get big finishes, but they haven't done so all tournament really. They've been going the more conservative and spread out route, as Apley takes a slipstream and looks at Senior Pappy around the outside now and lining up Koopa next. Nice pass, and it would be a nice double pass if he could send it along the inside here. This is the problem corner for a lot of drivers. Oh, and he uses Koopa as a barricade to get out, sending him into the gravel, and Koopa's now behind his teammate Toffoli, rounding out the top 10. That's a shame for the Rick Wares. So, yeah, their constructors fight will be over at that case. That is going to be a very costly incident and a very aggressive move from Apple Mazing. Surprised he did not draw a penalty there. Kamikaze still trying to get into that podium discussion, but Celeste holds it for now as Kato starts to close in on Julo. The advantage for the softs has been completely wiped out. Julo still going to stay out there for another lap on those softs, but they've already worn out, and Kato's going to take the advantage there. So softs not the best tire to be on. Celeste, unfortunately, is on them too, so she might see some time slip away on her next lap. We'll see if Fox can get ahead into that top 5. Julo round the outside, protecting and preserving for now, but you can see those corners are getting very loose. So Austin probably going to be able to take a little piece out of Celeste here. Not quite yet, but this will be a good time to pit. Julo does, Celeste does as well. So they do get off those softs sooner than later. See if Aber does the same down in 19th, or whether he's just going to stretch it out. Not much to lose there. The BFZ sitting in the last 2 positions. They're just playing the waiting game to see if anyone can catch them here. Toffoli up into 6th positions, doing a bit of a swap with Koopa since that crash happened. But, oh, past Celeste as she drops down into 7th on the hard tire to start the climb back up. Julo has gone on to the softs to try and put a bit of a heater on. 2 soft stints in a row. We'll see if that's the strategy that pays out best. I'm not quite sure. Obviously, the soft tires are going to be an advantage on these big, long stretches. The speed racers having more of an advantage in these last 2 races that have the big, long straights, as opposed to the very technical Tuvalu and the very short and juddery straights that we see at Canada. Really aggressive, nice pass there by Pappy to get him into 8th place. They're going to need more than that, though, if they want to catch BFZ for that Constructors. The support from Butterlord's not there, so Pappy's got to do it by himself, and it will start with a huge slipstream pass over to Toffoli, but he can't keep it on the turn. He's too worn out on those mediums. He needs to get off those tires. That's horrible grip there from Senior Pappy in the Pappy Pops. Kamikaze right behind Julo. Good time to pit for him as well. Don't know if he'll do it. Those hards can go 13 laps if they leave them on long enough. We'll see. We come around. Julo's got to get past Suwasid, who should be going in for his new hard tires soon as well. We've got Kamikaze into the pits, so he did get off them in time. Suwasid probably should have gone in as well, as he's going to suffer a little bit of traction issue here on those tires. Julo back into the net lead, and Slucier right there in second. So, what's happened here? Celeste Lucier has inherited second place from Kato during the pits sometime along the way. A little off camera. Kato's like 2 seconds back. Celeste has done a really good job to get right up there into second place. Working her way through the lap traffic, that could have something to do with it. But we'll keep an eye on Kato to see if he's lost pace. There may be a mechanical issue. Fox decently close to catching him. But better yet, Celeste needs to just slide by Suwasid as if he is lap traffic, because those tires are very, very worn. They both keep it clean through the problem turn at the end, and we should see Suwasid peel off into the pits. Oh no, he doesn't, and he gets pushed off by Celeste Lucier. Well, aggressive move by the TRS driver just to get rid of that problem that was Suwasid on the worn out hards, putting a statement down And gonna get past the course by Kato as well. Oh, almost takes Butterlord out with him, trying to get out of the way. And Kato is on a mission. Look at how fast he's catching Celeste Lucier in this POL. This Orlan really didn't put a lot into upgrades of speed. Only a couple on the speed. They overloaded their turbo. Really strange car setup. Everyone being very, very creative and very different in their car building for the most part in this tournament. It's been very interesting to see how the owners and drivers approach this 4-race special here today. We hope you've all enjoyed it, and we're going to enjoy further this climb to the top to get back in the mix for the win from Kato. Julo taking out Toad Speed kind of neatly, coming around in that problem corner. Keeps it clean for the most part. Oh, the exit gets into the grass, and here comes Kato. We're gonna see Julo going into the pits very soon, as we speak. Actually, there he goes. He's gonna go for a set of mediums this time, so staying away from the hards. Very interesting strategy for Julo on the Spanish team here in the finale. Fox has a slipstream of Celeste, sitting in third place right now. That's not net third, but really good move nonetheless. And he's looking at Kato for the lead. Fox from Flying Fox now in the mix too. A win would give it to Flying Fox. They would win by 1 point over BFX if they can get the win here. Muscov-Rivas' support would be much appreciated to help in that fight, because Fox doesn't look like the fastest car, but he's a great position right now. The permutations keep unfolding. Senior Pappy from Pappy Pops is 14 points behind BFZ right now. PPR is. So they would need a third place, and it's not looking like that just yet, with Senior Pappy down in 7th right now. So Fox enters the ring. FFX with a good chance here. Suacid sitting in 6th place currently. They are 34 points behind, so they need a win and some help. But without Carmona there, sitting down in last right now, it will not be an SCR Constructors. Rick Ware Racing sitting in 5th place. They are, of course, 38 points behind. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to stack it together either. That would need a 1st and a 3rd, sitting down in 10th and 11th. Fox takes it hard into the dirt on that problem corner. Contact with Julo. Kamikaze helping get in that interference there. Kamikaze now sitting in 3rd place. So, an FUR 2-3. Chalk that up to 18 points plus 15 points. That's going to be 33 points. Not quite enough. Not quite enough to catch BF said. Kato right now, for the very wallowing and struggling POL of this tournament. Unfortunate accident for Applemazing in Valencia last race. Put them out of the running, but a brilliant effort and showing so far. Really rocking this race in classic POL style. They have been a competitor their first 2 years all the time, taking key wins when Applemazing was on the team, of course coming back. He currently races for the struggling KRT in the Sunday League. They have no points on the season, nor does FUR. But they are having success here today in Zandvoort, and they are making a go of it on the last race. They took a while to get going, but they are certainly burning with flaming wheels of red and yellow now. There are 16 laps left in this longer race of the 4. The finale here, the home race for Rick Ware, the owner, Hetmenica, performing well enough in the JLV to win the home race slot for the JLV team, but a little bit left to be desired for their performance in the constructors thus far. The big winners seem to be the ones who went all out. We do have some indication of of the token spending, it seems that of the 10 tokens, spending 5 and 5 in one race is bearing the biggest fruit, or something along those lines, as Pamushis is fresh out, but he won the first race and second in the second race. It's got to be an indication of some big spends, and got his points early. That's how you attack the championship. Celeste Lucier still sitting in third place. Toad Racing, a pretty quiet tournament thus far. 3 points in the first round, 8 points in Canada, 12 points in Valencia. Looking to get even bigger and better, improving each time. Still a positive note to lean on. Fox, speaking of leaning on, leans on Moscabrius to get him around that corner and back up into this podium discussion, but takes a really bad wide turn, ends up in that gravel patch. That turn has taken many a victim today and is not done yet. Keto now down into second. Julo has passed him. He's got to get off his hard tires soon. He's sent only one extra set of tires onto the track thus far, and we're 22 laps in. Senior Pappy, not good enough in 7th place. Pappy Pop's making a really good push for that constructors, but right now they may close the gap, but catching BFZ does not look likely right now. Flying Fox has the best chance of anyone. Fox has to push harder, has to push higher to get into that top spot. They would be happy even with second place, as the JLV promotion team. BFZ sits in the lead. If Flying Fox could get in there too, that would be both JLV promotion teams in the top of the constructors for this race. Really good tone to set and statement to make amongst all these other established teams. Pappy Pops being the main one, the leader of the CLV this season, and not even the SLV team can compete here, as Julo takes a pit stop, giving Celeste Lucier the lead for now. On to soft tires again. Wow, Julo's gone soft, medium, and soft again, and right away gets by Kato. So they're gonna battle and maybe lose some time, and that's got to be good news for Celeste. Fox and Kamikaze even wants to get into that action, picking up some time as they battle. Now Suasid is battling with Julo, and Fox is picking up time. Racing nice and clean air. Stay away from that battle with Celeste on the mediums, and he's going to be able to get a net gain. In that slipstream would be great, just kind of out of range, unable to catch the TRS car for now. Kato up into 4th place. They are by Suasid. Julo still following. You suspect Julo will be going for that pass soon. Where is he going to choose to do it, and will he be able to keep it safe and clean? That is still to be determined, but you've got to think that these tires are going to bring him past Kato very shortly. Kato would love to be able to just slipstream the soft tires and increase that gap from the 3rd place racers, as we've got a triple pack going along here. Kami using Enigma as a block to get by Celeste, kind of runs some interference. Celeste will have none of it, returns the pass right back, and goes onto the grass as those medium tires are starting to slide around a bit. She's got to get in the pits soon. Fox will be doing the same, having trouble, but not losing too much time, except the exit of that turn. That exit still, it's kind of like a ghost prank on that. You think you're clean, and then boom, it got you. It's like a booby trap coming out of that turn. Okay, Kamikaze comfortably into the race lead right now. Julo following in pursuit of Fuerza Roja 1-2, and right now Suasid has the fast lap, but if they were to get 26 and 18 points, that would put them at the full maximum 44, which would definitely put them into 2nd place, so they can get as high as 2nd. Unfortunately, a title chance not possible, but no one's taken max points yet. BFZ got the 1-2 in the very first race. Very impressive. Stealing that fast lap would be a really big statement, and kind of a don't mess with us. They've been taking a few shots at after going up to the SLV and struggling so much at Goloski and Kamikaze there, just scoring their first points of the season in the race before the break. It's been a tough season for them, but this kind of redemption arc would be nice, coming back into, you know, the proving grounds. They're not expected to do much in SLV, but you know, it hurts when you come off a championship and just get smoked like that, as they have been this year. Kamikaze, another really nice pass on Kato to get back in to those 1-2 spots. It's just, you know, kind of a redeeming feel-good story here for FUR, putting on such a great performance here in this last race after we know what they're capable of, winning the CLV title last season. They want to continue that success and stay in SLV, of course, so they're going to have to fight with Nuri Racing Team, actually, part of whom Apley is racing for and currently chasing down Senior Pappy. Senior Pappy up into 7th spot, still not enough for the title. They need 14 points, so that's a 3rd place minimum to be able to pass BFZ. Right now, Fox is in 5th. Sorry, that's 10 points. That would tie Pappy Pops without any extra points for Pappy Pops right now. So if Senior Pappy can stay in 10th and Fox climbs no more than 5th, they will keep a hold of 2nd place. That is, if FUR does not go 1-2. Continuing on with these permutations, if FUR goes 1-2, that'll put them at 62 points, which means Pappy would need 10 points, 5th position, to keep hold of 2nd. Celeste Lucier causes more problems for FUR as they pursue that 1-2. However, a 3rd and a 4th place will be 15 and 12 points for 27, and that would only bring them to 45. That's not good enough even for 2nd place. The rain is coming. Oh, this is not good. This is not good for FUR. Chasing down that bonus. Julo staying out. Julo stays out on the softs, does not come in for tires. Kami does go in. Celeste Lucier and Julo are still out on the dries. Fox is still out on the dries. And the track is going to be covered in rain. It is only a light rain. No one's gone for the intermediates yet. But Kato and Kamikaze are down into 4th and 5th place. It is a fake rain. It is a fake rain. The heavy rain does come, but it's going to go just as soon as it started. And will we see these drivers staying out on... Oh my goodness, Julo staying out on the softs. Fox goes right off into the gravel, loses time, but if that track dries in time, the advantage will be theirs. It is going to sun, so that track will dry very, very quickly, but you can see Keto just blows by Celeste Lucier. And he's climbing even closer to Julo. Now he's got eyes on Julo. Will he be able to pass him in time? And will that track dry too soon? And will Kato be able to keep the lead if he can seek it down? What a thrilling end to this race it's going to be. Julo off into the gravel on the worst turn on the track. We knew that was coming. But the track is now almost completely dry and he's still got the lead. Advantage Julo, it pays off. The gamble from the pole could secure the win for FUR. In the race, Kamikaze in 3rd. Gonna be passed by Celeste and Fox if he's not careful. Well, definitely by Celeste. Those wet tires will not survive the last part of this track. That is a given. Fox probably too far back to catch him. Suwasa gonna risk losing more positions as well, but he's got a pretty comfortable lead too. Regardless, Julo is your winner of the Zandvoort leg. Kato gonna be in 2nd, and that means that Pamushis is going to be the winner of the Rising Stars Cup along with BFZ. As your constructors winning, Pappy Pop takes the 2nd place prize of the 5% upgrade. Congratulations to Julo, but all eyes are on Pamushis and Abver, the joint team and driving champion winners for the Rising Stars Cup. Thank you everyone for tuning in. What a rush it's been. I can't believe what we just saw in the end of that race. What an incredible push and some gutsy AIs to stay out on those wet conditions. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that from an AI. Amazing. Suwasa taking the fastest lap in 6th position. Fox with the top 5 for Flying Fox. They are going to finish in 3rd place, just missing out on that prize. FUR, actually with the 4th place and the win, FUR will leapfrog Flying Fox and they'll take 3rd spot. So congratulations to them. My mistake. They'll edge them out by 2 points. Senior Pappy in 7th, not enough, but enough to maintain that 2nd position. Apple Amazing, trying to contribute to some more climbing in the standings. They'll pull out an 8th place and 9th and 10th for the 2 Rick Wares, and they'll finish in a disappointing 7th spot in the Constructors. So, at the bottom of the order, we'll round it out with Hyperion just missing points for Fast Racing. That means that they come dead last in the tournament. Unfortunate for them. Just couldn't line it up right for this season. Mosca Brevis, 12th. Vaporeon. Abver up in 14th. An impressive position for him. They saw themselves in last place there together. The BF Seds did at one point. Toad Speed, 15th. Butterlord in 16th. Enigma, Carmona, Pamushus, and Amoir rounding it out. Your driver's champion by 2 points over Butterlord is Pamushus. FUR just missing out by 4 points on that bonus. So congratulations to all our teams, all our competitors. Even being in this race is a big statement and a well-deserved accomplishment at the mid-season break. Great racing from all our drivers. We bid you adieu from a Zandvoort.